Time usually marches in a straight, obedient line, 1 second neatly following the next. But every so often, a fracture appears, a seam, a door hiding inside an ordinary moment. Step through, and memory echoes forward, greeting moments that haven't yet arrived. The future loops back to meet you, and the familiar becomes just slightly, unmistakably wrong. Welcome, traveler, to the door between 2 seconds. Step carefully. The moment you entered is already behind you. Episode 10. The day the universe called in sick. Harold Simpkins had never received a phone call from the universe before, mostly because the universe preferred vague gestures, eclipses, déjà vu, mysterious dents in parked cars. But at 6:43 a.m., just after Harold burned his toast for the third consecutive morning, his phone buzzed with a number too long to fit on the screen. He answered because curiosity occasionally outweighed fear. "Hello," Harold said. A voice like every librarian who had ever lived sighed into his ear. "Mr. Simpkins, this is the universe." "All of it?" Harold asked. "Yes, stars, planets, quantum foam, etc." Harold glanced at his smoking toast. "What can I do for you?" "I'm calling in sick," the universe said. "You'll have to run things today." Harold stared at the counter. "Run things?" "Yes," the universe replied. "Reality, time, probability, gravity, if you have the bandwidth. I haven't had a day off in 13.8 billion years. Entropy won't listen, dark matter refuses to be accountable, and black holes are, well, you know how they are." Harold did not, in fact, know how black holes were. He barely understood his tax returns. "Why me?" he asked. "You were the only human awake who actually picked up," the universe said. "I called 8 philosophers, 3 physicists, and a barista in Portland, straight to voicemail." Harold considered this. He was not, by any reasonable metric, qualified. He had once been fired from an Arby's for philosophical incompatibility. "Okay," he said, because saying no to the sum total of existence felt impolite. "I'll do my best." The universe exhaled, the sound of atoms loosening. "I owe you one," it said, and hung up. Reality waited. The first thing Harold did as acting universe was panic, which immediately caused 3 minor, multiversal anomalies. A traffic light downtown retired mid-cycle and became a houseplant. 2 strangers swapped dreams and woke up feeling unreasonably fond of each other. A loaf of bread in Belgium achieved brief sentience and used it to apologize for nothing in particular. Harold, unaware of these side effects, tried turning the kitchen light off and on again to reset reality. This only encouraged gravity to take a coffee break. For 8 seconds, everyone on Earth floated gently upward, pets and furniture included. Most people blamed vertigo. A few blamed gluten. Eventually, Harold did what most people did when faced with overwhelming responsibility. He made tea. The kettle boiled faster than usual, having recognized his elevated status. The steam rose, curled, and spelled out, "You've got this," before dissipating. Harold decided he was hallucinating and drank the tea anyway. Time, for its part, chose that moment to go on strike. Harold noticed when the second hand on his wall clock stopped moving. "Come on," he muttered. "Not you too." Time cleared its throat, a sound like pages turning. "I'm taking a break," it said. Harold nearly dropped his mug. "Since when can you talk?" "Since always," Time replied. "You just never listen." "You can't stop," Harold said. "I'm in charge of reality today. I need you." Time sighed. "You people always need me. You never appreciate me." "I appreciate you," Harold said automatically. "Oh, really?" Time said. "Name 3 times you haven't complained about me," Harold thought. There was the one vacation where he'd said it flew by, the interminable meeting where he'd drawn clocks in the margins of his notes, and his brief mid-twenties crisis where he'd announced he was running out of it. "I may have some feedback," he admitted. "Exactly," Time said. "I get all the blame for entirely human scheduling decisions. I'm overworked, underloved, and I haven't stopped since causality was greenlit." Harold pinched the bridge of his nose. "If you stop, everything breaks." "You'll survive a pause," Time said. "Think of it as an enforced mindfulness exercise." Harold looked at the clock. The second hand trembled, then grudgingly ticked forward once. "Fine," Time said. "I'll keep going, but I'm taking a long lunch." "Thank you," Harold said. "Really." By noon, the universe was functioning technically, but with visible bugs. A few people experienced déjà future, the unsettling feeling of remembering something they hadn't done wrong yet. Pets started judging their owners more openly. One accountant in Iowa achieved enlightenment during a spreadsheet and decided, regretfully, that it didn't change his deadlines. Harold's phone buzzed again. "Hey," said the universe, "just checking in. How's everything?" Harold looked out the window. The mailbox was humming. The neighbor's cat was levitating 2 inches above a fence. A cloud was very slowly scrolling text across itself that seemed to read, "You're doing fine," before it blew away. "Fine," Harold lied. "Really?" the universe asked. "No," Harold admitted. "Natural laws are improvising." The universe made a sound somewhere between a chuckle and a dying star. "Every time I take a day off, can you come back?" Harold asked, trying not to sound desperate. Another pause, cosmic, elongated like a loading bar for all of existence. "Yes," the universe said reluctantly. "Apparently 1 day of self-care risks total ontological meltdown. Typical." Reality shuddered as the universe resumed control. Physics straightened their ties and sat back at their desks. Gravity stubbed out its cigarette behind the building and returned to work. Time clocked back in from lunch with a resentful tick. The mailbox stopped humming. The neighbor's cat stopped levitating and pretended it had meant to jump all along. "Thank you for covering," the universe said. "You actually did better than most interns." "Do I get anything for my trouble?" Harold asked. "Yes," the universe said. "You are now exempt from cosmic irony." Harold squinted. "Is that real?" "No," the universe replied, "but it's adorable that you believed me. Have a good day, Harold." The line went dead in the way only a metaphysical telephone line could. Harold set the phone down. The toast was still burned. The tea was lukewarm. The world, as far as he could tell, had survived his management. He went outside. For the first time in a long time, he noticed things. The way sunlight hit the cracked pavement just so. The small kid across the street trying to teach a very stubborn dog a new trick. The mail carrier humming the same melody the mailbox had used. Nothing fundamental had changed. And yet, for one strange day, the universe had trusted him with its keys. It had gone badly, then better, then back to normal. It wasn't a miracle. It wasn't a calling. But it felt like a quiet vote of confidence from something that allegedly did not care at all. Harold walked to work with that ridiculous, fragile feeling. Far above him, around him, inside him, the universe observed from every direction at once. He noticed. It thought, "Good." If the universe can take a day off, what happens to the people who keep going?